Welcome back, guys. So today I'll just do a quick video on crash and boom. Everyone has been asking me for crash and boom. I know I haven't been active lately, but we'll get back into the swing of things. So just a quick strategy, easy, simple, takes patience. Of course, everything takes patience. So how this strategy basically works, so you see the indicators at the bottom. So these are your indicators you will be using, and this is for spikes only. Okay, this is only to catch the spikes on all pairs: crash 1000, crash 500, boom 1000, and boom 500. So what we do and what do we look for? So at the bottom in your indicator window 1, the main thing that we will be focusing on is this black line here in the middle. See this black line here in the middle? We will be focusing on that black line. So what we look for example, this is boom 500, right? Boom 500. So what we're going to do is, as soon as the black line touches the green, we're going to enter a buy. So over here you can see the black line touched the green, and if we look at the top, what did it do? It spiked. So that's what we do. You can even use your crosshair tool. Let's just see over here, so you can see. So as soon as a touch, it spikes. If we go back over here, touch the green, so you would have entered over here, right over there, because it touched, and you record that spike over there. And it spiked again immediately after. It's up to you if you'd like to hold, but this is just to catch one spike at a time. So let me just do this. So over here somewhere you would have entered. Right over here, because this is where the black line touched the red. The green, sorry, where the black line touched the green. And then you would have caught the spike over there. So let's say we go to boom 1000. Same thing applies. So here at the moment it went over. So let's see. So right over here we would have entered, and we would have caught that spike. Now if you have a look at it, you would have still ended in a loss. So we can determine how big or small the spike would be. Okay, we can't determine. There's no way for us to say, okay, there's a big spike coming, there's a small spike coming. But the spike did come. It came. And that is what's so good about the strategy. So if you entered in a loss there, it's fine. No strategy is 100%. And with the strategy, you will have more wins than losses. Okay, so now currently, it's again here at the green. Right, so let's say we take our entry just here, right over here. I'll just make this a bit thicker so we can see. Okay, it's the wrong one. Let's just make this one a bit thicker. So this is our entry point at the moment. We will come back to this to see how it spiked. Okay, so now let's check crash 1000. Same thing happens. This on crash, all crash pairs, the black line needs to touch the red. So the black line needs to touch the red at the top over there. Okay, so let's see. So over here, so we would have entered over there, right? That's where the black touched the red. So if we entered over there, would have been just there. So we had little drawdown, major profits, nice spike. We caught the spike over here. That crash, we caught that crash. And as you go along, there will be ways for you to improve the strategy on your own. Like you will see when the black is at the top touching the red, it needs to come all the way down to touch the green. So you can continue holding if you'd like, but this strategy is just for one spike or one crash at a time. So you can continue holding, and then over here where the black touched the green again, you could have closed with your profits. But we are not doing that. We're just catching one spike or one crash at a time. So there you caught one. We carry on over here is another example. So right here where the black touched the red, over there, so we would have entered right over here and we would have caught that drop, so to make some profits. And like I said, it's completely up to you, because you know that it needs to come all the way down again. But in this case, when this spike happened, this crash happened over here, the black was still above the red, right? The black was still above the red. So what would you have done? You can catch your crash, you can close, and you can re-enter, or you can hold your position, because the black line didn't come down to the green yet. It's still above the red over here, which means it still needs to crash more. Like this one over here, it came through the red, was above, came through. So like I said, that's what you could have done. You could have held, or you could just enter another position. Sorry, let's see. So that crash happened over there, so right over here where it was still above the red, could have entered another position over there, and you would catch this crash over here as well. Very simple to use, easy, profitable, just takes patience. Crash 500 the same. Over here we have an example. So let's see, here touch the, okay, over here the black above the red, small, very small crash. See a very small crash over there. Don't even know if you can see it. Let me just zoom in. But over here, very small crash. The crash came, but it was small. Like I said, we can't determine the crashes. But if we have a look, the black's still above the red, so we would enter again. So you can enter anywhere here, or you can hold your position because it's still above the red. It's completely up to you, your risk appetite. So let's say we entered there again, and then to be over here, so we would have caught the small crash, and if you hold, you would catch all these others. Let's go back and just check on boom 1000. So it's still going down. The black is still below the green. So it's your risk appetite. It's all depends on what you are willing to lose and what you are willing to make. The ball is in your court. So at this moment, if I should hit $2 stop loss, a $2 negative, I will close the trade, but the spike is coming. So it's completely up to you how you want to trade. If you want to hold till the spike comes, or if your stop loss is $1 or $5, $10, it's completely up to you. If you want to take one spike at a time, if you want to continue holding till the black line reaches the red line, it's completely up to you how you want to trade, but this strategy is just for catching the spikes. I'll just pause this video and then we can see how long it took for the spike to happen. Okay, while we're waiting for that, let's not pause. Let me give you the settings, right? So the zoom level, because it's a question everybody asks, is the zoom level. So the zoom level on this strategy is the lowest. So that's the highest, the lowest zoom level. That is how you will use it, okay? highest, we use the lowest. So the indicators that we'll use is just 2 indicators. So we're going to have the envelopes. So your period will be 32, shift 16, deviation 0.100, method simple, apply to close. So your styles over here, your upper band will be red and your lower band will be green, 4 pixels on both. The levels you'll have is level 10 and level 90. Pixel 1 pixel, if your background is white, you make it white. If your background is black, you make it black. Okay, that's the envelopes. Then we'll have the alligator. These are the settings. So jaws period 100, jaw shift 8, teeth period 8, teeth shift 8, lips period 8, lip shift 8, method smooth, apply to typical price. And then the jaw style and the teeth style will be 1 pixel each. The color of your background, so if it's white, you make it white. If it's black, it's black. The lip style, 4 pixel, and you make that black. We'll use no levels on this. Click done. Once it's done, this is what it will look like over here. And this is the indicator that you will be using. It's fairly simple, like I said, really simple to use. It's all about patience. Literally just waiting for the setup to happen. If you can go back anywhere in time, you can see over here. So sometimes this will happen, right? Where the black is below the green. So now you're going to enter over here. And you're going to get all this drawdown for that small spike over there. But what you need to take into consideration as well, any strategy that you have, you can't just use the strategy based off what you're seeing on the 1 minute. So you need to still look for your support and resistance zone. So we're currently on the 1 minute. There a small spike happened. Spike came, a really small spike. However, the green over here, the black is still below the green. So I would hold this trade. Remember, this is our entry point. So I would hold this trade till the black crosses over the green in order for me to take my profits, but also depending on how much I'll be in a negative at that time and the lot size that I will be using. But like I said, you can't just take any trade based off an indicator. So over here we look and we see, okay, we look for our support and resistance zone. So we see this over here is a zone that has been tested multiple times. Let's just make that green, make it red, sorry. Let's just make that red, and that is for our support zone. So we can see over here it's been tested 1, 2, 3. So most likely it's going to come back and it's going to touch here and it's going to bounce off and it's going to go back up. If it doesn't go back up over there, you can see that what it might do, let's just see what it might do. We look for our next zone, and this is our next untested zone over here. It's our next untested zone, but this zone over here looks promising. This zone looks real promising. So that is what you need to do. You still need to look at your support and resistance, go to higher time frames, check the trend of the market. What is the market doing? Is this in an uptrend or is this in a downtrend? What is this? This is a M forming over here. What does M means? M means downtrend. But we are getting to this little support area over here that could possibly go back up and retest. So like I said, it's all about your own preferences, what you would like to do, how you'd like to hold, how much you're willing to risk, how much you're willing to gain. The ball is in your court. I can just give you the strategy to help you catch the spikes, but at the end of the day, it's all about you. Any case, so this video is already long. I didn't want to make it that long, but I hope you guys enjoy the video. You can drop a comment below if there's anything else you would like me to check out for you guys. If I get more strategies on crash and boom, I'll definitely drop it here. And be sure to like and subscribe.